friends. Today I'm going to read the book Spring by Nuria Roca. I hope you're doing well today. Winter is coming to an end. Snow starts to melt and almond trees bloom. It is springtime. The weather is a little crazy. It is sunny, it rains, sometimes it even hails, and then a rainbow appears in the sky. Can you count how many colors it has? The sun rises earlier and sets a little later. It gets warmer and warmer. What time do you go to school? What time do you get off? Flowers appear everywhere and trees grow leaves again. Everything is full of color. What color are all these flowers? I see yellow and red and pink and my favorite, purple. What's your favorite color? In the fields, farmers start sowing. With water and the heat from the sun, each seed will become a new plant. Swallows come back looking for the nests they abandoned in the fall. Do you know what the nests are made of? On the farm, many animals are born and they follow their mothers everywhere. Some come from their mother's belly and others are born from an egg. See if you can guess how these little animals were born. Ponds are full of tadpoles just out of the egg. A few weeks later, they will become proud frogs. Help them find flies to eat. Bees love spring. They fly from flower to flower and they make delicious honey with the nectar they picked up. How many legs do they have? The sun is warm. There is a nice soft breeze. Let's play outside. There are special holidays in the spring, such as Easter. How many eggs can you find? It is time to take care of plants at home, at the park, and also to rearrange your closet. You have outgrown your clothes from last year for sure. Fields and gardens are full of vegetables and fruits. Watermelons, red currants, radishes. Can you recognize any others? I think I see a watermelon and some strawberries and a carrot. How about taking an excursion into the woods? You may find many different insects there. Spring is great. I think so too. How about you? Hi friends! Along with our spring theme, we went on a nature walk and we collected some items that we used in a little 3D diagram of all their fun stuff. Another way I've done that in the past is by taking clear contact paper and letting the kids put the nature materials on top of that, and it gets sticky just itself. And you can always put another piece over it and enclose it all so that you don't have bits of leaves and dirt all over your house or your program. But we did take some of those items. We took some of the flower petals and we put them in this sensory bag. And we talked about sensory bags in another video, but this one I used clear plastic tape and the different flowers so that little ones could touch that. And the clear material is just gel in there. Now here's some other sensory boxes that are great for springtime. This one has just a whole bunch of flowers in it. And all I did was, when I stopped at our local Dollar Tree, I bought these leis. And when you're cutting them apart, just make sure you're getting rid of these little plastic straws. These ones happen to be white and they were a little bit easier to see. These clear ones would be a little bit harder to see and are definitely a choking hazard. But these cloth flowers are great for little ones because they love to see them and touch them. And they also float down really nicely, which babies get enamored with really quickly. This box is our nest box, and in our nest box we have materials that could possibly be made into a nest, and also some butterflies and flowers. In this box we use some Easter grass and some Easter eggs, which you might have from earlier in April, and I threw some cotton balls in because cotton balls are always fun to touch. And then my favorite new sensory box is used with water beads, and those water beads I dyed blue, and then I took some foam and I cut it out into lily pads, and I had some plastic frogs. So we have a little pond, spring pond theme with some flowers and some lily pads and some frogs. Idea to bring spring and science into your program is with a garden or flower shop prop box. And some of the items that we put in this flower shop prop box include garden tools and artificial flowers, garden gloves, watering cans, some pots, some seeds that they can shake around. And then we also found some bugs that were plastic and some vases and other things that could represent dirt and anything that you can think of that would be at a garden store or flower shop. And when we're talking about science, remember that science is part of a STEAM activity, and from birth, children are naturally curious and want to solve problems. They are passionate about learning. Science encourages active, often hands-on experiences that support building understanding and vocabulary, critical thinking, problem solving, communication, and reflection. And when children learn about science, they learn about the world around them. And they learn to approach problems in new and authentic ways. It encourages children to physically and mentally investigate and manipulate elements in their environment. Science should be child-centered, and the best way to learn science is to do science. And when you're working with children, ask questions when you're talking about science. Connect to their prior learning. Gather and analyze data, including observations, and communicate findings and ideas. Some science words that you can try using are predicting, observing, classifying, hypothesizing, experimenting, and communicating. And remember, ask questions that are relevant to the child. Provide a variety of interesting materials for children to explore and manipulate. Give children unstructured time to develop and test their own ideas, and create an environment that tells the child that questions and experimentation are as valuable as knowing the right answer.